Yo, what is going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video. I know you're thinking, boss, you're not sat at the kitchen table. That's coming, don't worry. I just have to say, obviously I purchased this collection. There's 187 models. They were for me to list on eBay, but I got offered a price, so I've sold the whole collection. So basically the video that you're gonna see, they've all sold, but I still want to share the video with you. Does that make sense? Let's take a look at them. So yeah, let's get into another video. I honestly don't even know where to start. What I will say, this isn't all of the loose either. This is literally, as you can see, what I could fit on the table. Got some trays over there in the background as well with more bits in. But yeah, you've got a lot of stuff from the late 1940s, 1950s in here. It's 1960s and probably the odd 1970s floating around in here. You're going to see French Dinky, British Dinky, CIJ, there's Solido, there's Tekno, there's Marklin, there's everything. You know, I won't pick up every single vehicle because we will be here for quite a while, so I'm sorry, but maybe we'll just go like sort of row by row and just do a nice little pan across to share them with you. Starting with the Dinky plane, actually. I almost avoided this. Okay, I'll pick the Dinky plane up. Look at that. These normally suffer massively with casting fatigue. It's all there with propellers. We even got the little, would buoy be the right term for those? Because it is a seaplane. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. It's been a while since I've had one, if I'm honest. And you can see, got it in silver. There's some nice aircrafts there. But yeah, we've got Corgi. Even the Thunderbird is nice. That's a Tekno, isn't it? Yeah. That's lovely. Screen is original, but it's bent down a little bit. I wonder if you heated it up, you could bend it back into shape. I'm not going to mess with it because I like to keep things original and just as they found. But let's go for a little slow pan down this aisle because there's some really, really nice things, as you can see. I love the Austin Somerset. That's always been a good favourite of mine. This is actually a copy, right? So this is probably like 20, 25 years old. To be fair, though, done really, really well. There's a couple of like the white metal copies sitting in here. Nice though, but well, I believe that's a copy in it, yeah. But for the money, for what they are, they're going to be awesome because buying that pre-war original is hundreds of pounds. So yeah, and do you know what? These used to be massive money. Is it like Charbians or something like that? I can't remember the maker of it off the top of my head, but Pickford's livery. Both doors on it. There's no casting fatigue. These normally suffer with some casting problems. So that's pretty good. Yeah, charming. I don't know off the top of my head what it is, if I'm honest. But let's just keep on going. So the Land Rover, really nice tin plate canopy on the back. The 59 Chevy Impala. Of course, the Sheriff car. We've got the Universal Jeep. We've got some lovely things here, haven't we? Now, this is a different style of video as well, doing it this way. So hopefully you enjoy it, opposed to me picking up every single one. So yeah, we just roll with it. That's nice as well, being the military version of the Universal Jeep. Very nice indeed. Then you got the Q Fargo next to it. You got the Karma. That's actually a Lion car, that truck. So which is pretty cool. Holland, a DAF truck, really nice. Don't think I've had one of them for quite a while. So that's pretty cool. And then you're going to see the personnel carrier. But see the both colour versions there? I believe the darker green is the earlier one. And then you've got the lighter one situated behind it. Situated even. The BMW 2000 Hilux. Great model. Put a battery in it. Have those working indicators when you press down. Really nice. The tank is nice. Yeah, there's some really, really nice examples here, to be fair. It's the sort of thing, right, in 2025. A lot of the time when you find these models, it will be from multiple different collections, if that makes sense. Not having it all in one hit, because there's just such a variety and like color schemes, and just these earlier ones, like the Packards, all this, they are harder to find. They've always been desirable. They've always been popular. They sort of took a dip about 5-6 years ago, and I've noticed then over the last couple of years, prices have increased again in them, which is pretty good news for me, and good news for you if you've got them in your collection. But yeah, we're on the wrong row anyway, aren't we? Let's just keep going through this row. You can see that's nice with the spun hubs there. There's a lot of very nice models. Another 59 Impala. The French Dinky Renault Fluoride's really nice in the gold. Bit of wear to the tyres there, but that's a great model. It's been a while since I've had one of those in stock, if I'm honest. Don't see them as often. Riley is super clean on the end there too. Then as we come through this row, we start with the Oldsmobile Super 88. You can see the Hudson in there. Yeah, the Land Cruiser, there's just some really nice things here. I always say it, if you watch my videos long enough, there's something about loose cars that just excite me, sometimes more than boxed, I know, which is crazy. So that's a white metal copy, as you can see. A little airflow pre-war little mail van. I think that's lovely, really, really nice. Little Austin sitting next to it, as is the French Dinky tow truck. It's a Studebaker, I think it is. But yeah, that's really nice, isn't it? Bit of playware. I think that's the right amount of playware, if you know where I'm coming from. It's just, it adds to the charm with it, if you ask me, in my opinion. The fire truck with the bell and ladder. The French Dinky, that's a Ford. Yep, the Vedette. Don't know why I doubt myself sometimes. But these can suffer with casting problems as well. But that is no crazing, no cracks. That's lovely, actually. The little bus next to it as well. That's lovely. You normally see those mostly in the blue and grey, so it's nice to have it in the green with the two-tone colours. It's all there. Love that streamlined kind of era. Very, very cool indeed. As you keep going through, you can see there's a marking in that Mercedes. However, the screen has been chipped out of it. You probably could replace that if you wanted to. Thing is, with these markings, it's correct to have a screw base there. So you could, in theory, take it apart, slip a new screen in there. But I'm going to sell it like that. That's a very nice Zephyr as well. Really, really nice. Beautiful example. And as we roll through, there's the personnel carrier again. Coming up there, you got the Triangle Racing car. You got a bit of Jerry Anderson cast in there in the army thing. Of course, you've got some buttons you can flick around. That flicks open and just sparks out of it, which is kind of cool. Early Batmobile with those hubs. Ah, the Beetle 2 loudspeaker van, the Plymouth. We've got a little look at these. These Woodies are always cool. It's crazy, right? Because you see them in the lineup and you think, oh, they look nice. But then you actually pick them up and then you actually realise how nice they are, if that makes sense. Look at that. That is beautiful. What a lovely model. Same with the Nestle van next to it. It's crazy. I'm writing what I'm saying though, aren't I? I pick it up and it looks even better compared to what it does just in the lineup with other vehicles. That's beautiful. Lovely decals still on there too. And the shoebox Ford. Always a nice model. Brilliant. You can tell I'm a fan of this era of Dinky, can't you? Solido, little Ferrari there is nice. The Ford Capri, the Renault Dauphine. These have always been desirable over the years. I'm guessing this would have been the mini cab one. And the decals that come off it, who knows? It could have been red always. Did they do it in red? I'm doubting myself. But yeah, I'm not sure if they did a plain road car unless the decals have literally been taken off that. But very nice. Studebaker Golden Oak, even the petrol tanker. Yeah, look at these. And I said these are not going to be huge money either. They're going to be compatible as always. Hudson, really nice too. Sold one of them this week, the Hudson. Lovely models. And then you got a bit more planes coming into another row then. As we go do it, the Guy van, the Ford Control Lorry, the NCB Milk Float. Yeah, the Wayne School Bus, one of my all-time favourite vehicles. Got a photo of my father about 3 years of age holding one of these, sitting out in the garden. So yeah, it's always had a bit of a special place for me, these. And it's, do you know what? The steering wheel, has it got? Yeah, the steering wheel has come off, which is common. Can't really hear it in there though. Only the bass actually vibrating then. But the glazings are all pretty good. One crack there, look. But these normally suffer terrible. I can hear it. There we are, shook it loose. There we are, we can see it come into shot as well then. So it has got the steering wheel just loose, which is common. Then as we keep going down, we've got some lovely, the DeSoto's nice there. We've got a Lone Star Cadillac. Then as we come into the buses, you can see all the different colours. That's nice, because that's a harder colour to find. Then we've got the double deckers there, not only in the red cream, but we've also got them in the harder to find grey and green, those schemes. The CIJ, I love this. Absolutely love that. Beautiful tyres as well. What a nice model. Solido Porsche next to that. Another fire engine with the bell. You know what I mean? The condition's beautiful. You've got some chips here and there, but overall, very nice. The Albion cement mixer, also very clean there. Yeah, I'm really excited over some of these models. I really, really am. And as we go into this row, you can see what we'll do. We'll pin it between like the front and back here, where the Rover and the Buick is. We've got a nice tin plate in the back as well. 1960s Jaguar plastic. That's going to be like Telstar, INC toy, something like that. What is it? Yeah, NFIC. So that's quite nice. We got two of the Leyland tankers there. One's got a few added decals to it, or stickers to it, which it kind of looks all right, to be fair. Some nice plastic there. You can see there's some Corgi, Dinky, French Dinky. That's white metal. That's beautiful. These plastic models are pretty charming, mind. And look at this French Dinky little dust cart. How you can like sort of maneuver them around and have it fully closed, have it partly opened, tip it up if you wanted to. Nice little model, that. Very nice. I can see the motorbike there, which is the budgie race car, the budgie race bike. That's charming, mind, isn't it? Look at that. And more planes. Some Dinky Transits there. Slightly harder to colour find than that Lesney as well. What do you think, boys and girls? So yeah, what do we think of them? My apologies again that they have sold. I do apologise about that. It is business at the end of the day. It's one of those things. However, there's another 3 collections lined up, incoming. I don't actually know what's going to be there till I get there. So stick around, and if you manage to get a purchase, there'll of course be many, many more videos like this coming soon. Till next time, boys and girls, happy collecting.